know, it's interesting you said that, because the teams I've been on with Rudy, he would come from a philosophical standpoint. He was like, pay attention to the details, do not get out of character, and trust the game plan. And Dean Smith would say, we're playing like golf. We're playing the course. We're not playing their opponent. We have to do what we do well and consistently do that every single time. So 2 different approaches, 2 different wins.
For me, Mike Brown has got to say, guys, there's nothing I can say to y'all anymore. We're in game 4 of the finals. Why the hell are we coming out flat? We're down double digits at the end of every first quarter. I don't understand that. Guys, we are trying to win the world championship. All we got to come out and do is play our game. We are in the finals. We don't have to do anything different. They do have to make the adjustment. The Spurs made the adjustment with Wemby, putting him on, and now I think it's up to the Knicks to make the adjustments, because it's about matchups. You got to use Karl-Anthony Towns if they're going to play little munchins on him. But just play ball, man, and Brunson's got to get off the ball. Brunson gets 10 assists. The Knicks going to win tonight.
Draymond, let me ask you about Wemby's production first 6 quarters versus the last 6 quarters. Do you feel like he has turned a corner in terms of his confidence in this series and his belief in this series?
I think what he's done is he's adjusted to the physicality. First game, he's rolling down the paint. They're tagging him, they're bumping him, they're throwing him around. Second game, they started off, they're bumping, they're tagging, they're throwing him around. He upped the physicality, and the Knicks is now going the other way. They're not tagging as much as they were because he's brought the physicality. So who for the New York Knicks? OG Anunoby, Josh Hart. Who's going to come out tonight and set that tone for the New York Knicks again, because they got to reestablish it?
The biggest thing that I've seen also with Brunson struggling shooting has been Stephon Castles picks him up 48, 94 feet. He is wearing him down throughout the game. And his physicality, I said this the other night, there's only about 2 or 3 guys in the league who is as physical a basketball player at the guard position as Brunson. He is one of them. And he takes the challenge defensively, which most guys just take it offensively. And I think that has been a turning point in the series just as much as anything else.
100%, I do agree with that. But also, I was disappointed in the Knicks the other night. You cannot let them knock the hell out of your best player like they did and let them get away with that. Somebody on the Knicks got to knock the hell out of Wemby or Castle. You got to always protect your best player, and they are not protecting Brunson. They can't let Wemby and Castle hit him like that.
And for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama has to come out the same way. You know, Shan Parkney even said it. When a big fella comes out and plays well, we just follow. So if he plays well and they follow, should be a great game.
Listen, I agree with Chuck. You can't come out and the only person say something back is Jalen Brunson. That can't happen. Someone else got to do something.
Well, we sit back and we watch and we listen as the Knicks take the floor at the Garden. Seeing Kenny, wow, so far in this series. It's only happened 3 times now in NBA history, in the playoff history last 50 years, that the first 3 games of a series all came down to 1-possession games in the last 2 minutes. You were in that, and Dre, you were in that too. So in a game that, what is it like to play in those games where it's coming down to who will execute in the closing seconds?
Well, what matters is the entire game, right? You're establishing that the entire game, so when you get down the stretch, you're in that position. So oftentimes you get to the end of the game and people want to point to a play like Victor Wembanyama and say,
100%.
that play lost the game.
Yes.
It's like, no, those turnovers in the first half matter as well.
100%,
and so you'd have to establish that right out the gate.
And I would say, again, paying attention to the detail. Because when the last minute of the game, when we say, if we're sending the guy baseline and you come over and help, I have no idea if you're back there, but I have to believe that you're there. And So I'm going to trust my teammates and pay attention to the details. And down the stretch, you cannot go on your own. You can't say, no, I'm not coming over this time because my man just hit 3 shots. Everyone has to stay with the game plan if you want to be an NBA champion.
So what do you think Jalen Brunson is thinking right now about what he has to do in Game 4, Chuck?
I think athletes lie all the time. We say we don't read the newspaper, watch television. That's just a lie. Jalen Brunson's got to pass the ball. He's got 81 points on 80 shots in 3 games. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Ernie, he has to feel the game out. When you're used to getting the ball, you come out, you take those first 3 shots. If those 3 shots going in, I'm going berserk. If they don't go in, I'll let the game come to me. I'll get others involved. He's been their leader the whole time. I want him to continue to play his game, but adjust, like Chuck is saying.
Let me tell you something. He has to adjust because Kenny said something. Castle ain't no normal dude. Like, Castle, Jalen is so strong for a little dude. Man, this Castle dude is a grown-ass man. So that's why his numbers aren't good. Jalen's not shooting the ball well, but it's because of Castle.
You know, another one that stands out to me, 13 assists on the series, 13 turnovers. So not only are you not shooting the ball well, but you're not getting other guys involved, and if your turnovers are matching your assists.
Yes, what is happening with Jalen as he's playing in spurts. He's playing bad spurts or great spurts. He has to be consistent, so something that's deliverable, because then those games would not have been in the last minute of the game. But now we have a series, Ernie, because it's only 2-1. There's belief in San Antonio, and we have to go back to San Antonio no matter what.
Yeah, but you know what, Ernie? All the BS aside, at some point the Knicks going to have to play a good game.
And you would think at some point somebody's going to have to win in their own gym. Hasn't happened yet. The road team 3-0 as we get set for Game 4 at the world's most famous arena. The New York Knicks up 2-1 over the San Antonio Spurs, and the tip-off is coming up here on ABC. Enjoy the finals, everybody.
It's time for the DraftKings NBA Finals preview as we get set for Game 4 tonight. And there's one thing we've learned in this series. That's that no lead is safe. Double-digit leads have disappeared in a hurry, and that's the appeal of live betting. If a team starts making a run, check out the money line. If a star begins to heat up, take a look at the player props. With the DraftKings Sports app, it's easy to feel the sweat on every play in real time. New DraftKings customers bet $5, get $200 instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Here you go.
Thank you. Please be back in. Please be back in. Grimace. Already got 7.
Collect one of 9 legendary cups with the FIFA World Cup meal.
Sleep tight.
This is Mission Control.
It's a good idea.
You are cleared for launch. The code awaits your command. 2, 1. You are about to enter the edge of all possibility. We'll be watching from the other side. From the limitless worlds you awaken. We wish you courage on your journey.
Critics and audiences agree. Masters of the Universe truly has the power. It's the first great blockbuster of the summer.
That is the crescendo.
Masters of the Universe. Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Really happy to have you on the team.
We're leveling up.
Bring it in.
Hell no.
I need everything you have on the DARs.
Watch each other's backs. Have fun.
What did you have in mind, babe?
Sorry I called you babe.
Who's got what it takes to be a Dancing with the Stars pro?
I'm gonna be the next pro, baby. baby.
12 of the world's greatest dancers will live together and battle in TV's toughest dance boot camp. Start. I'm underwhelmed. Our judges will decide who will go pro. I want to see you fight for it. Or go home.
It was 100% the wrong choice.
Let the fiercest dance battles begin.
This is ESPN on ABC.
This is one for the ages. You have to have some character to win it on the road. Kareem hits again with a skyhook. LA comes to Boston and wins the world title. He's got 50 points. The master at his craft. Oscar Robertson. Follows his own shot. What a shot by Larry Bird.
These are the signature moments in the pursuit of the title.
If you want to be a hero, you've got to take hero shots.
On Chamberlain, the big dipper makes the big difference.
60 points for Elgin. Shaquille O'Neal with a right-hand jam. Nice dish by Kobe Bryant. So many moves, so much power. The give and go, back to Mo. He's just simply amazing. Jordan to drive, hands, fires, yes! He scores! How many times has he done that?
So many finals performances that will never be forgotten here on the grandest stage in basketball. As we welcome you once again to New York City and the building referred to as the world's most famous arena. It was here on Monday night where the Knicks fans were hoping their team would take a 3-0 series lead. But Game 3 saw Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs end the second longest winning streak in NBA playoff history, spoiling the Garden Party. And now it's time for the next battle in what has become a riveting fight for the NBA title. And good evening once again, everyone, with Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler, Mike Green on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. This has been quite the series already. Yes, the Knicks now still have a 2-1 series lead, but the Spurs made quite the statement in Game 3. So let's start with the Spurs legs. Wembanyama was brilliant in Game 3, but we've said all year they are so much more than Wemby. That includes a trio of guards who are tough and talented.
And Mike, those three guards spent more time on the floor together in Game 3 than they have in the entire postseason, and they do it in different ways. They're all elite on-ball guards that can break you down. For De'Aaron Fox, it's that burst of quickness. Here, a huge shot down the stretch, taking advantage of that gap in the defense at the foul line. Dylan Harper, it's explosive, athletic ability. He lives in the lane. And then for Stephon Castle, it's a combination of patience and strength around the rim. They were dynamic in Game 3. And take a look at the numbers. 107 minutes total. And look at that bottom line. Only 4 turnovers in a high-stakes game.
So impressive time for our Domino's pregame HQ. Right, the Knicks still have that lead, but they know they're in a real fight, Richard, and they have to have their man Jalen Brunson lead the fight. But it hasn't been easy for him.
Oh, it hasn't been easy. Jalen Brunson is getting so much pressure from the San Antonio Spurs defense that it's affecting the Knicks offense and it's affecting his efficiency. You see him bringing the ball up the floor here. OG is doing this to relieve pressure, but they barely get it across the timeline. Now watch as this play continues. They don't start their offense till 10 seconds on the clock. And then Jalen Brunson gets a bigger defender, but he's not finding any gaps in any space, and that has been a huge problem for the New York Knicks. He had his most efficient performance in the Game 3 loss, but the Knicks need him to find his rhythm, which is extremely difficult with this Spurs defense.
So now it's time for the Knicks to respond as they look to get the first home win of these NBA Finals. So far, the road team, a perfect 3-0. National anthem, starting lineup, opening tip, Game 4 coming up.
The NBA Finals are brought to you by OpenAI. You can just build things with Codex. This
This presentation of the NBA Finals will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
This is Mission Control. Ignition sequence start. The code awaits your command. You are about to enter the edge of all possibility. Everything is ahead of you.
At the end of the day, we're all chasing something. Imagine what you could do with an all-electric vehicle that gets you. Toyota, let's go places.
Can you do this?
Nah, I'm not going.
Yes. Say yes. Why not? Sleep when you're my age. Legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
You guys ready?
Let's go! So long, toys.
Oh, boy. Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. Only in theaters June 19. Rated PG.
Micah Lasher claims to be a lot of things, but his record shows the opposite. Lasher ran an anti-union group whose PAC helped elect Republicans, and the IDC, which handed Republicans control of the New York State Senate. Lasher lobbied to gut pensions for hundreds of thousands of public employees, and a labor leader even called him anti-teacher and anti-union. Micah Lasher's record tells the real story. Nuestro PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Fiber in the house. Too much fiber, so fast, so fine. Got another provider, leave them behind. Come on, everybody, let's get online. 25 a month, gonna blow your mind. 877-393-4448. Optimum fiber, lock it in, don't wait. 25 a month, yeah, that's the rate. 5 full years, don't hesitate. Call right now before it's too late. 877-393-4448.
It's rare when something is so richly detailed. It reveals something new every time you're in it. Never cease to be amazed in the fully redesigned Lexus ES. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something stops short of amazing.
ABC 7 celebrates America on Eyewitness News at 5.
During 2026, the NBA, Madison Square Garden, and the New York Knicks proudly celebrate America's 250th birthday. Through service and volunteerism, we honor the spirit, resilience, and unity that have shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. And now, if you're able, please rise, remove your caps here to present our nation's colors. Welcome the Fire Department of New York. And now, here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and actor known for his work on Broadway as the Scarecrow and the Wiz, Avery Wilson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held At the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs were singing, and gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Henry Wilson.
Knicks trying to gain control of the series once again. Spurs trying to tie it up. Time for tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Ford. Once again, PA announcer Mike Wilshevsky.
And now the starting lineup for the visiting San Antonio Spurs. At forward at 6'7" from St. John's, number 30, Julian Champagny. At forward at 6'5" from Florida State, number 24, Devin Vassell. At center at 7'4" from France, number 1, Victor Wembanyama. At guard at 6'6" from UConn, number 5, Stephon Hassel. And at guard at 6'3" from Kentucky, number 4, De'Aaron Fox. Head coach of the Spurs, Mitch Johnson. Starting lineup for your New York Knicks. At center at 7 feet from Kentucky, number 32, Carl Anthony Towns. At forward at 6'7" from Indiana, number 8, O.G. Anunoby. At forward at 6'4" from Villanova, number 3, John. At guard at 6'6" from Villanova, number 25, Mikal Bridges. And at guard at 6'2" from Villanova, number 11, Jalen Brunson.
his mind, it's just a matter of time before those shots start to fall. As for how the Knicks must respond tonight, Brunson said our mindset has to be better. He said going into Game 3, coming home up 2-0, hearing everyone tell you how good you are, human nature may have crept in a little bit. Jalen said that wasn't us. We cannot relax, and regardless of whether they're getting calls or not getting calls, he said the question tonight has got to be, are we desperate enough? Mike?
All right, Lisa. Well, the crowd seems desperate. Of course, packed house and all the famous faces. Taylor Swift making another appearance. She was in Cleveland. Of course, Jerry Seinfeld, the native New Yorker. Chris Rock. So many of the familiar faces courtside. Adam Sandler. And again, so many of these, they're lifelong Knicks fans. They come to games in February. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner as well. And Ben Stiller. So once again, there's that great Garden buzz. It was there on Monday night, but the Spurs did a spectacular job of killing that buzz.
They did, but a lot of times in a Game 4 situation, there's a tension in the crowd. There's not as much excitement. Here in the Garden, there is more excitement than tension. All of these people, a lot of these people are here for the first time in these finals, so this is just a great opportunity to enjoy it.
Our crew chief is Zach Zarber, his 23rd year in the NBA, his 17th final game. Let's listen in.
James, you good? Good. Towns, you good? All right, guys, let's go to work. Let's go to work.
Time for both teams to go to work here in Game 4. All about the response. How did the Knicks respond to a game that Landry Shamet said they kicked our you-know-what? Bridges is on Fox. Towns extends on Wembanyama. Fox drives on Karl Anthony Towns, gets inside. And on the first possession, Towns picks up his first foul.
And you don't want to see that on the very first possession. De'Aaron Fox, he just hit a different gear there over on the wing and was able to get an angle on the corner. Not much contact there. He's moving, but that's not much there for the first play of the game. You think maybe they let that one go initially.
Well, the offensive player went to the defensive player. So that's where it should be a foul, in my opinion, on Karl Anthony Towns. Once you go that direction, yes, the extra bit from De'Aaron Fox kind of extenuates it, but ultimately when that offensive player goes at the defender, that's where you get a kind of judgment call.
Officials always talk about it. If the defender goes from A to B, it didn't seem that way. Officiating, of course, has been a pretty hot topic the last couple of days. Always is the annual tradition of the NBA playoffs. Towns double, spots an opening, almost threw it away. Hart gets inside, and again the Wemby presence has to alter. Towns sidestep floater, got it.
That's a great start for Karl Anthony Towns offensively. He had a quiet night in Game 3, particularly just getting his hands on the basketball.
Devin Vassell knocks down the three-pointer.
That's a tough shot, especially over that contest from OG Anunoby. But that's what happens when the defense gets pulled in. The Spurs have been shooting the ball extremely well, especially when the Knicks cause problems.
Towns goes down, blocked, but a foul. Wembanyama picks up his first. He's claiming the Towns hooked him. We've seen that throughout the playoffs. Offensive players hooking the defender. Wemby pleading his case.
And a little different tonight. Wemby here on Cat. They went with mostly guards and wings on Karl Anthony Towns in Game 3. So Mitch Johnson switching it up, and they're going to go and challenge this immediately.
How about that? A challenge a minute and 5 seconds into the game. Do not want Wemby picking up his first foul.
I'm Shaquille O'Neal, and I'm on Zepbound for moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA.
Zepbound is the first and only prescription medicine that improves moderate to severe OSA in adults with obesity.
It's a treatment that helps reduce breathing interruptions during sleep. You know what? I'm going to go rogue for a second. Snoring and choking during sleep and daytime fatigue had me beat. That's right around when my doc recommended Zepbound, a breakthrough treatment for OSA. It even helped me drop some pounds. Not mad at that.
Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it or if you or someone in your family had MTC or MEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia, if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems.
Ask your doctor about Zepbound, a game-changing OSA treatment.
On June 19th,
Enjoy the garage, suckers!
don't miss
Holy butterscotch!
summer's biggest event.
She really let things go.
Oh, my. Oh, Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5, rated PG.
Check you out, all grown and whatnot. Okay, Hyundai. Look at you now, doing your thing.
Popeye's $6 Big Box is back, y'all. Big news packed with bold Louisiana flavor. It's that juicy, crunchy, marinated chicken you love with 2 regular sides and a biscuit for only $6.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
In life, many of us are searching for a thing.
Look out.
And when you finally find that thing,
I'm the thing.
you want the whole world to know the thing.
Tell the world.
So you use Canva to make a thing. Lots of things. Everything.
Wonderful chat.
Next thing you know, it becomes a weird squirrel praising movement type of thing. Until, well, the next thing comes along. Sweet little thing. Canva, the thing that makes anything a thing.
It's one thing Texas
Good morning, America.
and New York
Good morning, America.
can agree on. Tomorrow morning, everyone's waking up with...
Good morning, America.
We're ready.
Let's do this.
Game on.
A huge overturn on the challenge, a successful one for San Antonio. They're now calling it offensive foul on Karl Anthony Towns, already his second.
When I look at this play, that initial hugging and grabbing is going on. But Wemby has multiple opportunities to get his hand out of that cookie jar. Right here, there's a grab. Now, after this... Karl Anthony Towns' arm is up. It's moving. So Wemby continuing to have his arm there looking at the officials when he's not grabbed. That's a tough one. If you go from the initial, yes, you see the foul. But there was so much opportunity in that space.
I agree with RJ on this. The initial catch, there's a lot of jostling going on to receive the basketball. As soon as he put his head down to go to the rim, from his body, and Victor Wembanyama had a chance to get his arm out of there. That is a huge call. Minute into the game, and Karl Anthony Towns is out with 2 fouls.
Wembanyama goes at Mitchell Robinson, who comes in, bank shot, soft touch, drops in. Enormous start. Successful challenge for San Antonio. Robinson gets inside, finds Robinson, rush the shot, couldn't get it. Wembanyama the rebound.
You're the Knicks. You got to settle in. You got to take your time. Let the balls not go your way. The San Antonio Spurs team is a team that builds confidence.
Very close to being a backcourt system. Champagne pulls up jumper short. So the rebound. Spurs showed so much energy. Fox gets inside. Pulls up. No short. Caught the rebound. And looks back. And Ovi, his best scoring game of these finals in game 3. He'll lead his scoring with Towns on the bench.
It's a different look now. Wemby guarding Robinson. He can just hang and do it. He's not guarding the shooting threat. When Cat's on the floor, it lifts him a little bit. That's not going to be the case now. Mitchell Robinson's going to be at the rim the entire time, which allows Wemby to roam the movement behind the rim.
Robinson couldn't get the rebound, so Spurs ball. Interesting to see how long Towns sits with the 2 fouls in the opening minutes. Champagne nearly tripped.
Check your socials because there's big news in the sports world. No, it's not a blockbuster trade or a big-name free agent signing. The DraftKings Sports app is now available nationwide. That means no matter where you are, you can get in the game at the speed of sports. And feel the sweat in all 50 states. The DraftKings experience you know and love, all in one easy-to-use app. Available now nationwide. New DraftKings customers spend $5 and get $200 in total bonus. Segunda opción. The crown is yours.
This is Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. A full-flavored golden lager that goes down smooth. Crisp and refreshing taste for the moments fans watch together. Modelo Especial.
I'm a delivery robot. And this burrito,
Entra desde larga distancia.
asistencia vale la mitad de esa canasta. I'm noodle looking
Ya se ha
both
jugado
ways.
algo más de minuto y medio del partido.
I'm working you, right?
Intenta poner fin al partido.
So guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on that.
Switch to T-Mobile, 15 minutes. What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed. Why can't we just say cheese?
Cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers have the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
And savings.
Colonel has a bucket list. $10 one. Monday nuggets. Tuesday fried chicken. Wednesday wings. Thursday tenders. Friday nuggets again. Now that's living life to the fullest. Get a $10 bucket of a day from KFC.
The SafeLine, you get that fixed now and pay later.
Fix now, pay later?
SafeLine offers flexible payment options and anywhere mobile service, so you can get it fixed here, or here, and pay later. Go to SafeLine.com today.
A la banda derecha se juega un triple.
Because sometimes we feel guilty. Give more love than humanly possible. When you feed a Hill's scientifically proven formula, because you're only human, there's Hill's.
Vivo is 5 times more attractive to flies, working 24/7 to kill 99.9% of bugs trapped. With no odor and no mess.
Tiempo muerto en la cancha. Lo han solicitado los Knicks.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
Let's show our tonight's military performance brought to you by Gatorade, the head coaches before the game.
In the game, man, it's about results and physicality. That's what it's been all year. They started well. Game 1 and game 2, you bounce back. We can't let them start well tonight. It's not more physical. It can't get more physical. It's not more physical. It's who executes through the physicality and with the physicality appropriately. Execution with and through the physicality. That is the deal.
Mitch Johnson and the Spurs have held a double-figure lead now in all 4 games. They've led after the first quarter in the first 3. Hudson guarded by Castle. He can pursue and gets inside. Can't go to the floor. It's in the offensive rebound. Missed the putback. Got it again. Ball loose out of bounds. And they say last touch by the Spurs. Robinson upset with himself. Now, Robinson's only averaging in these finals 11 minutes per game. He's going to have to exceed that number here tonight with Towns on the bench with 2 fouls already. Anunoby comes off the screen and knocks down a three. His shooting has been sensational in the play.
And that is often their rock. They're waiting for Jalen Brunson to get going. Karl Anthony Towns out of the game. OG Anunoby is the guy that can dial up his offense in these moments.
Intenta inaugurar su cuenta.
Rolls around and drops in. Here's his first 2 shots. Here it's a offense, and you've got to stay down.
El defensor hizo lo necesario para provocar el fallo, aunque fuera la menor de las ocasiones. Se han esforzado mucho para conseguir esta diferencia de 2 dígitos. Necesitan mantener el ritmo que han exhibido en este primer
And we've seen this in late game before. Stay down. Great pump fake by Wendy. This step through, and at that point in time, he can throw it off the glass and dunk it. He has options. Stay down,
star. You can try a lot of different ways to catch tonight's game, in addition to dedicated feeds from above the rim cameras and Skycam. Listen in on the home radio calls for the Knicks and Spurs, as well as the national broadcast on ESPN Radio. All 5 feeds are available on the ESPN app.
Están jugando bien, han comenzado fuerte, sí, en ataque y en defensa. La ventaja ya es significativa.
Right now, the Knicks have the focus on the defensive side. Down to 5 for 7 to start the game.
Let me throw about the 3. Robinson plays it to Rowe.
Ya cuentan con una buena ventaja gracias a sus buenos porcentajes por encima. Sí, han anotado bien desde el salto inicial y no han bajado el ritmo.
Entrará. Les estoy viendo con mucha confianza. Sí, están respaldados por el marcador. Han empezado enchufados desde la línea de 3 y siguen anotando. La ventaja ya es significativa. Tiempo muerto en la cancha. Lo han solicitado los Knicks.
Had 16 points in game 3. Only had 3 points in the first 2 games. And again, Towns out. Others will have to pick up that scoring slack. Completes the 3-point play. All this has happened, and we've only played 4 minutes. Finds some room, gets in the paint. Alley-oop to Wembanyama, who's fouled out. Bridges goes behind him. So a side out for San Antonio.
And they connected on a few of those lobs, RJ, early in game 3. So you see right here, that's a bump by Hart, actually, before Bridges even gets into the action.
And they call it on Hart. Knicks trying to play a little more physical on the perimeter. Jansen. Good defense, good help defense from Hart. Passive shot clock winding down, gets in the paint. Top shot is up.
That's a bad shot. The physicality, the splitting the defense, the mid-range pull-up, over contest.
Harper in the game, Dylan Harper, the rookie. Bridges gets away from them, stops in the paint, looking for someone to get it to. He's going to have to shoot it.
El balón es para los Knicks.
Strong, Castle.
Pierden looking push.
Castle coming off his best offensive game of the finals, 23 points the other night.
Gran ejecución en ataque. Están jugando un baloncesto muy inteligente. Se puede apreciar la diferencia en el porcentaje de los tiros. Están jugando muy bien.
Clava la suspensión lejana.
Su tamaño en ataque es capaz de ser eficaz en cualquier parte de la pista.
Spurs are shooting 70%, 7 of 10 from the field, 20 from 4 from long range. Shot clock at 6. Up top to Brunson. Brunson gets into the paint.
4 en el reloj. Lanza desde casi 4 metros. Y anotan otra canasta los Spurs. Robinson por la izquierda.
Le exigió el pase enganchado en bandeja de plata.
He was trailing back, so they had to help him on Whitney running down the lane, which leads to an open transition 3.
Aún está buscando su seguridad. Punto.
Brunson. A whistle on the foul. You can get the feeling that they're starting off a little bit more than they have in the past 3 games.
And I think Jalen Brunson has to do exactly that. If that's going to be the case, if you're going to get even a half a step at how physical these defenders are, if you feel that when he's got to take that up to the rim, as soon as he feels the contact, try to earn a couple of free
Ha intentado responder, pero no anota el triple.
Brunson to the line. Aaron 40 is going to check in. Towns giving him some
Consigue la
words of
canasta.
wisdom.
Vaya, el tiro era
40 has
difícil.
not played so far in these finals. He's only played in 8 games throughout the playoffs. He's the third string center.
Well, they're just going to be physical. You got to pop them. But see, they have to pull in. Mitchell Robinson is coming into that play late.
Y una vez más no es capaz de cambiar el ritmo del partido. la línea de personal. Los árbitros vieron el contacto y tendrá 2 tiros libres. Son sus primeros tiros libres del partido.
During the regular season, played 54 games, 5 starts. He's been a good, solid defensive player. As Brunson knocks down the free throw.
Pretty sure Mike Brown did not have playing 3 centers in the first 6 minutes of the game on his scorecard tonight. But now, we'll see what the Knicks can do.
Convierte el primero.
This early rhythm for the Spurs.
Harper up top, Wemby thinking about a 3. Fires away and nails it. Now 5 of 6 from three-point range. A 13-point lead for the Spurs. What a start. Taking advantage of Karl Anthony Towns on the bench.
En cesta, así que anota ambos.
Aggressive defense.
Ahora juegan los Spurs. Van ganando por 7.
Finding some room. Gets a good one. Knocks that one down.
Mete el triple.
Parece que todos tienen la muñeca fina. El marcador puede ser de escándalo al final del partido. Si siguen anotando a este ritmo, está claro que el resultado final será muy abultado.
Aquí está Robinson. Aún no ha sumado puntos. La canasta es de Downey.
Never got a rhythm the other night. Johnson drives on Johnson. Gets in. Shot blocked by Wemby. Johnson.
Le llega el balón a
Johnson sees
Falla de 3.
shot is good. Banks it in.
Otro fallo.
San Antonio 10 for 14 from the field.
Aquí está Barnes. Le defiende
Kicks it out.
El balón ha salido. Los Spurs conservan la posesión. Este rápido de los Spurs.
These shots are big for the Knicks. The more this gets out of control, you're down a man with Karl Anthony Towns out. That 3, he's buckets to keep it within reach earlier.
Ahora juegan los Spurs. 8 puntos de diferencia. Y entra.
Un tiro demasiado abierto. No fallará mucho de eso. Los defensores deben presionarle cuando salga del bloqueo. Es así de simple.
Luke Cornett's going to come in. Wembanyama will sit down. 7 points, 2 boards, and a block.
Falla. Ahora juegan los Knicks. Tiro en el poste alto. No es bueno el tiro de
The Knicks are
Clarkson.
going with a different offensive lineup, in my opinion. That's because Luke Cornett is in the game. It opens up their ability to attack, to strike. So once Wembanyama comes close out, you want to have a different offensive lineup to attack.
Player picks up 2 quick fouls, you take them
Está
out.
siendo el líder del
But
equipo en
in
el
such
aspecto
an important
ofensivo.
game,
Está
how long
moviendo
do
el
you
balón
wait?
de una forma sobresaliente.
How much do you trust your player that he's not going to pick up? He still has 4 fouls to go.
Tiro bombeado. Y vale la canasta. Le han hecho falta e irá a la línea de personal para sumar un punto más. Los dos equipos van a introducir cambios.
He never got going, and sometimes it's hard offensively. He's too important to let him sit there that long without getting some touches.
Fires away. Another 3 goes down. 6 of 8 from 3-point range. And we still have 4 minutes to go here in the first. They got 30 points already. Incredible shooting from the Spurs here on the road. And once again, the silence is going crowd. Alley-oop.
Empezar a jugar New York.
Johnson
Pierden por 15. Salen con mucha
Nice
rapidez.
pass from Alvarado. Alvarado and
Se
Robinson
queda
have
solo y
developed
la
a nice
enchufa.
rapport on the court.
Excelente visión de juego. Y hoy
First
pasó a su
foul on
compañero
Johnson.
desmarcado.
And Robinson goes to the free throw line. Here in the finals, he's 4 for 9
Han
from the
regalado el
line.
balón. No se suele cambiar.
Should he be shooting 2 free throws on this? Legs.
Good question. I'd have to see the replay again. I didn't know if he already had his hands on the basketball. Was he trying to get a lob dunk?
It was trying to get a lob dunk, but it looks like that ball hit the front of the rim. Now, he might have been fouled on the way up, but, you know, the controlled tip.
Se están repartiendo el trabajo en ataque.
No on that free throw. Here's one.
Por eso es más difícil defenderlo. Nadie se mueve tan deprisa como el balón. No ha fallado mucho. Lleva todo el partido buscando buenas situaciones para
He's
avanzar.
about to catch this basketball, gather, and dunk it right
Falla
there.
y no detiene
You
la
think that's not a shooting foul?
Well, he never had the ball. He never had possession of the ball.
The contact happened at exactly the time both of his hands got on the basketball.
Falla.
No es habitual verle fallar tiros estando tan solo.
You almost have no choice right now. If you're Mike Brown, you've got to get Karl Anthony
No ha
Towns going.
inaugurado aún su cuenta particular.
El balón llega a
Plus the Spurs in the penalty now, so they can play half the match. Harper gets inside, shot block. Bridges and Robinson together.
Casi no tiene espacio.
When he's on your team, you love him. When he's against him, he's an irritant. The Knicks love him. The Knicks fans love him. Born and raised in New York City, in Brooklyn. Harper, Wemby fakes, and an open score. Second one he dumps in. Ball looked like it was on the rim when he touched it the second time. This is the largest lead either team so far in these finals.
Anota la bomba de tres.
Comes back in the game.
Johnson con el balón. Cubierto por Pritchard.
Trying to get the ball. Gets away. 5 on 24.
Johnson con el balón. Quedan 3 segundos. Sabes que si apuestas por su pase no vas a perder el dinero.
It's just attacking the rim time and time again in these playoffs.
Después de solo un cuarto de juego, el marcador muestra una gran diferencia. Juegan los Spurs, ganan por 16. Y volvemos en un instante con el comienzo del segundo cuarto.
Wemby had some chance thrown his way earlier, and now the officials here are in as well.
That's just a New York hello.
Yes.
That's all it is.
I will say this, Wemby he was asked about being the new villain in New York. His response, does he enjoy it? He says, yes, but I'm still not at the Trae Young level. He's very astute of him. All games on ABC, all games at 8:30 Eastern. Game 5 will be Saturday in San Antonio. And then Game 6 and 7, of course, if necessary.
Knicks right now, 3 minutes here to go in this quarter. Obviously, a lot has gone against them in this quarter. And close it out. Cut into this lead. Have some defensive stops strung together. Give yourself a chance to get some momentum as this quarter closes out.
Fuera en la banda izquierda. Puede que le haya extrañado encontrarse con tanto espacio y por eso ha fallado. Seguro que él mismo reconoce que debería haber anotado ese tiro.
Is a very good defender, but a little too small for Harper if he gets into that little mid-range step.
Defensive 3 seconds. Crowd thought they up on Wembanyama. One shot technical for the Knicks.
Alvarado is very good at beating you to the spot as he does right here. He gets over the top of that screen. He's in good position. The problem is right here, that little nudge and then the elevation was not like Alvarado doesn't even contest that because he's looking up at a guard. A lot of a size advantage on him.
Well, the one advantage the Knicks have here in the first quarter is free throws. This will be coming up. The 11th free throw attempt, only 2 for San Antonio. The Spurs shooting 68%. They have not needed the free throw line. Brunson back in the game. He's been trying as well with Shamit, Towns, and Anunoby. I can't remember the last time I saw it on consecutive possessions.
But they just like to keep it even, right? All the referees out there, I'm just joking. Those are actual 3 seconds.
I think that was Orlando Shen. He didn't complain much. That's a pretty good indication for the defensive 3-second call. If you don't see a guy complain about that, most likely he got caught.
Towns will sit down. Again, picked up 2 fouls. Just over a minute into the game and sat for a long stretch. Mitchell Robinson comes back in. Timoti used through centers.
Mitchell Robinson didn't get it the first time. He got winded, as RJ alluded to, so he went to unboarding. But I don't think
enchufa el triple. Estaban pensando, viendo por solo, que no saben lo buen tirador que es.
Well, sometimes when the Knicks are driving, it's almost like they're waiting for something to open up. That doesn't happen with Victor. You got to get to that mid-range. We saw Mikal Bridges. We've seen Shaman with that pull-up. You have to go in there with an intent to pull up. If Wemby comes at you, then you can make a decision, but you can't go in there without a game plan.
Es uno de los mejores cuando se trata de dar pases al largador.
Three-point range, 2 for 5. The Spurs, 6 for 9.
That's one of those shots you're talking about. So you're not going to get that many opportunities against this defense. When you're able to turn square up and see nothing in front of you because their recovery time is elite defensively. McBride's got to knock down the next one he gets if he gets another opportunity like that.
Against Robinson, first back out. His handle for his softness. It's just hard to believe. Spins,
Jugadores así hay que ser más duro en defensa. Las va a clavar una tras otra.
and it's a 17-point lead. Spurs have always on the pace. And an offensive foul called on this side. 15. Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks are going to check. Looking to see if it's a flagrant.
Bloqueo ilegal. Ese bloqueo ilegal es una decisión dudosa. No estaba quieto.
He catches him up.
Ruling on the floor, offensive foul on Robinson's under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Now here's going to be the interesting thing. So, by the way they've called flagrant fouls all season, that's a flagrant. But the Knicks are still upset that they did not upgrade Victor Wembanyama's foul that was not called in Game 1 when he hit the back of the head of Jalen Brunson.
Now, Victor's been involved in a couple of plays. There was a Minnesota play at Nas Reed. There was a big portion of the NBA community that understood him being kicked out of the game. But the fact that there was no fine or anything else in that moment, there was a lot of discussion about the review of Jalen Brunson, that there wasn't a flagrant foul given there. So a lot of these things are judgment calls, and this is a big play right here.
This is what got Mitchell Robinson going right here. Victor Wembanyama gets this one-on-one move. Not much you're going to be able to do about that. If you're Mitchell Robinson, you can see right here, Wemmy's telling him, I'm in your head. As he's going down the floor, this is what got Mitchell Robinson upset. So he's just going to come down, and he's going to deliver a shot right there. Now, look, I agree 100% with you, RJ. I was very surprised they did not upgrade that foul on Wembanyama in the last game to a flagrant one. This is going to be a flagrant one. Those two plays are not connected. He catches Mitchell Robinson catches him in the jaw area. Seemed intentional. That's going to be a flagrant.
Well, one of the things when you talk about the size difference between Victor Wembanyama and you talk about Jalen Brunson, but on this play, yeah, that might be a forearm in the chest. Wemby gets low, gets into it, the forearm comes a little bit low.
After review, it's been deemed the forearm by Robinson above the neck to Wembanyama is unnecessary. There's impact and follow through. Ruling on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1.
Again, you know almost every Knicks fan in the building saying, what about Game 3?
That's the right call. That's the right call.
No question that's a flagrant one. That's the one that was not even called a foul. And the officials, sometimes they miss it, but they have the right to upgrade it on the off day, and they determine not to upgrade it. But you guys both think they should have upgraded it to a flagrant one.
I don't think we're ever going to see that replay and not think that should have been a flagrant one after the fact. I was surprised they missed it in real time. This one, though, this is a pretty obvious call.
And right now, there's a bit of a hostile environment here at Madison Square Garden. It's now an 8-10-point lead for the Spurs. This is Spurs team. What an incredible road win on Monday night. Staring at a possible home deficit in the finals, facing this Georgia Center Street crowd. Blew a big lead, and then came out and changed the entire game.
As I said earlier, I don't think Mike Brown planned on using 3 centers in the first quarter.
Prueba desde 5 metros. Tiro escorado desde la mitad izquierda del aro y
into the game now to take a shot at Victor Wembanyama.
So that was released by the Spurs, a former Spurs lottery pick. This season, Knicks signed him. He can play a lot. But they Still Spurs ball, 12 to shoot.
The hands of Wemby are ridiculous. If it's a rebound, if it's a block, if it's a tip, he just has the ability to grab that ball.
So looking, Vassell fires it over. Nails it over. Vassell, 4 for 4 from the field, 12 points, and it's a 21-point lead. It's going to be his second. You see Vassell telling Castro, do not argue.
Every once in a while, you hear the home crowd get a little excited on this last play. Wemby goes up. Wemby loses the ball. That play, in my opinion, should be out on the San Antonio Spurs.
Nobody touched it after he lost it. Walker's going to come in for the final possession. Knicks shooting 29%, and the Spurs shooting 68%. Another key turnover, 0 turnover. Key stat is 0 turnovers for San Antonio. They only had 8 total turnovers the other night in Game 3. Shot clock kick off. Knicks clearly do not have a foul again. It's been a long time since they did. Now to use the focal quarter in here. Fox Wiggins off screen. Steps back, three-pointer. Off the mark, and Obi gets it. Does not get it off in time. And a spectacular first quarter for San Antonio, and a nightmare first quarter for Knicks comes to an end. Once again, a double-digit lead in the first quarter. Once again, leading at the end of the first quarter. Anthony Towns, 2 quick fouls. A flagrant foul on Mitchell Robinson. And it's a 19-point lead for the Spurs here after 1 in Game 4 of the Finals.
Deben poner fin a esta racha. Es hora de cambiar la dinámica, ya sea buscando soluciones en el banquillo o cambiando algo en defensa. Y no convierte la canasta para ponerse por delante. Vaya espectáculo de pases está dando. Otra asistencia espléndida que añadir a las repeticiones. Otra que cae para New York. Cuando vio el hueco, puso el balón. Los Spurs van ganando.
Get tickets now for the biggest screens on Odyssey. July 17th.
At Burger King, you tell us what goes on the menu.
We want to know what you want.
I want all the jalapenos on my waffle. 3 layers of juicy, creamy, crunchy jalapeno. Try the loaded jalapeno Whopper today.
Aún está buscando su primera canasta. Triple. La mete para abajo Robinson. Y aquí tenemos a New York. Mete el triple. Ningún equipo se hace con el control.
We'll be sweating right along with it.
Exterior a la derecha.
Superior is brewed here.
Next up for NASCAR on Brown, Coconut.
Mostró buena visión al impedir jugando. Vio que iba a hacer canasta y dio con una facilidad. Es la primera vez que acude a la línea de personal esta noche.
Let's take a look at tonight's star performance brought to you by Overrain. Thanks.
Very different start for the 2 stars. Victor Wembanyama, similar as Game 3. Jalen Brunson has to get going to cut into this lead.
El tiro libre no entra. Y el segundo tiro libre entra.
Get 1.9% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on a select new 2026 Tiguan. Did we really need one of the most iconic directors to to film a simple play? Of course we did. Only the things we did them right. Perfect. Patrón. Simply. I'm ready for some dominoes. Hold up. What's in those black and gold boxes? Okay. Parmesan stuffed crust and handmade pan. What? That's sizzling. Gotta get my hands on those pizzas from
San Antonio con el balón.
It's time for tonight's access powered by Verizon. Mitch, I heard you tell your guys early on that you love the start. What do you love about the regular season?
I just thought we did a good job coming out with physicality, being aggressive, and also being poised.
You said that that's what the state was going to be about. Executing, proving, what's been the key to that?
Yeah, there's no way to have it more physical than you've seen the first 2 games. It's just you gotta make decisions with the calm mind, your poise in the ball, while also being aggressive and physical because it's not going to go anywhere.
La defensa le consiguió más espacio del que necesitaba.
Knocks down that three. Johnson, 39 years old. Taking over for a legend, coaching this young team.
No entra el intento en el último segundo.
Ambos equipos están
muy finos y el primer cuarto termina con un marcador muy apretado. Juegan los Spurs. Ganan por una canasta. El segundo cuarto comenzará inmediatamente después de esta pausa.
To thread the needle. Meanwhile, 5 turnovers. Still no turnovers for San Antonio. Wemby's got Alvarado on him. Here comes the double team. Kicks it back
Les
out.
damos la bienvenida de nuevo a los Gascots a este cuarto partido de la serie. Y bien, ¿qué opináis del rendimiento de los Spurs hasta el momento?
Buen comienzo es lo que la defensa se refiere, puesto que han forzado algunas pérdidas.
También han hecho un buen trabajo. There was plenty of opportunity for Carl Anthony Towns to get back to Wemby and force Alvarado out. There was an 8-7 seconds there where they're watching the weak side defense. This is late in the possession, but Carl Anthony Towns can tell him, get out, get out, get out. He has plenty of time, opportunity to get in front of him.
No consigue notar el triple. Posición exterior para Johnson. El triple no entra.
The three-point counts. It's a free throw for Wembanyama. Zach Silver's going to look at it.
No ha faltado dramatismo.
We might have another either flagrant.
Plays being reviewed to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Johnson por la derecha.
No sé por qué sigue tomando fortuna desde la línea de 3 puntos. Hoy no está acertado.
I like your point, RJ.
Goes
out right now. Carl Anthony Towns has to look down there. You don't put Jose Alvarado in this compromised position. More than enough time to do it. He's just fighting for dear life. Right there.
That's when Alvarado's supposed to get out. And he's supposed to well, I think there's a little extra. There's a little something there.
He fouled him about 7 times.
Yes, and they called it 8.
Vaya jugada. Y machaca con fuerza a una mano.
This has been a disastrous beginning, obviously, on so many levels for the Knicks. Obviously, the foul trouble early. And on top of it, while you're dealing with the foul trouble, you're dealing with completely changing your substitution patterns, trying to find a rhythm. At the same time, the Spurs have played great offensively. You've had so many different guys step up, shoot the ball comfortably. 8 for 12 from the 68% from the field.
When you talk about Wembanyama, forget about any statistics. Just his presence on both ends of the floor changes what the opponent wants to do.
It does. And look, it's not even that. It's really the best player. When you have that guy, it brings a calm to your team. If you have a Steph Curry, a LeBron James, if you have one of those players, you know everything's going to be okay. Victor has that impact on both sides of the floor. That's why his on-off numbers are so drastic.
On the shots that he's contested in these finals, the Knicks are shooting 22%. And that doesn't take into account all the shots that they wanted to take, but decided, nope, not a good idea.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast.
After review, the contact by Alvarado and Wembanyama does not rise to the level of a flagrant foul. Common foul stands after review.
I think that's the right play, but we mentioned it with Victor Wembanyama. He's the only defensive player that you have to have a plan for once you attack the paint. Are you going
2 missed jumper and a costly turnover. That's what you see, the growth of the young man, able to bounce back from a couple of the worst possessions of his young career. And comes back and playing some of his best basketball now.
Vaya partido. Tiempo muerto en la cancha. Lo han solicitado los Knicks.
Spurs perfect from the line, 6 for 6.
This is the guy that's got to get going. Jalen Brunson has got to get some space here. It's got to be ball screens, come off, aggressive.
They're calling it different.
Now these fouls, we've talked about this throughout the playoffs, not just in the finals. Others, we feel a lot of these are fouls, but they haven't been calling it. So the players are shocked when those are called now.
Well, you get whistled for 1 or 2 of these, fighting over these screens and bumping the ball here. You're going to adjust how aggressively you fight over those screens.
Towns the rebound off the miss. Layup is good. And a foul as well. So Towns a chance for a 3-point play. Trying to get himself fired up. He's only played 4 minutes because of the foul trouble a minute into the game.
And watch, even after this offensive rebound he gathers and takes a look to see what Wemby's going to do. He gets it. Pump fakes, takes a look, sees Wemby's on the other side and decides to go up.
Honestly, RJ, he could have got him before the shot attempt. He had him grabbed before that ball even got to the rim. Carter Bryant had a hold of Karl Anthony Towns. He plays through that. Fortunately for the Knicks, that's going to be a side out. Instead, he gets a 3-point opportunity.
The other rookie that is so impressive for the Spurs picks up his first foul.
Ahí es donde te interesa acabar tus posiciones. Tenía un compañero bajo la canasta y conectó con él con una hermosa asistencia.
That's the first field goal for Jalen Brunson.
Tienen el balón los Knicks. Lanza un triple. Mal tiro de Bridges. En el extremo.
This first 3-point. They're 9 for 14 from 3-point range.
They say after you played 82 games, you're no longer a rookie. And I think he surpassed that number so far.
First 3-1 from downtown.
Anota apoyándose en el tablero. Ha visto algo de luz y se ha lanzado de cabeza. Al final, canasta fácil. La clava de 3 puntos. Partido empatado.
De todos los jugadores, este es el último al que te interesa dejar tirar tu demostración.
Cuesta mucho impedir que este jugador anote en la zona. Excelente defensa. Seguro que se lamenta por haber fallado esto. Tira desde 4 metros. Tiene en su mano adelantar a su equipo, pero falla. Será golpe para Nasty Fall. Le llega el balón a al lado derecho. Convierte el tiro de 3. No basta con alzar las manos. Tienes que echarte encima antes del tiro.
Here's that play.
Well, OG Anunoby takes off. Well, at the last end, he takes his hand and throws it out to Shannon. If he would have spun it and that ball would have gone up in the air, that's the right call. He ends up making a pass. If that ball goes up in the air, he's trying to
5 segundos de posesión. Y entra cuando estaba a punto de agotarse la posesión.
Shannon sits. 12 different Knicks have played.
Entregó el balón en el sitio perfecto.
And we still have 8:26 remaining in the second. Sell will check back in. Sell 3 for 3 from 3-point range. Harper with 5 points sits down. Knicks want to try and get it to Towns. Self's gone again. Nice pass from Bridges. Clarkson just off the bench. Fires away. In and out.
The Spurs right now in about an 85-point pace. To start this half. Three-point shooting has just blown this wide open.
Hassel gets into the paint. Long distance. Comes up short. Mark the rebound. Throws it ahead to Clarkson. One man to beat it. Penny layup. Back shot. Got it. Beautiful maneuver from Jordan Clarkson. Alley-oop to Bryant. Off a made basket. Nobody back for the Knicks.
That's inexcusable. You're trying to come back from a deficit. You get a one-on-two fast break. You can't give up a lot going back.
Ambos equipos van a hacer cambios.
Brunson. Pass Bridges. Pulls up. Two-pointer. Mikal Bridges. Rebound Towns. Offensive foul. And that's going to be 3 fouls on Karl Anthony Towns. He picked up the first two a minute 5 into the game.
RJ, to your point, when you've only got 2 Knicks, 5 black jerseys are back below the foul line in their backcourt. It's communication, it's awareness, and it's detail. When you're trying to cut into a lead like this, you've got to be more on point.
That's a frustrating team right now. Aside of that, Penny can't get it. Clarkson the rebound. Taken away by Bryant. Ball still loose. Bryant picks it up. Goes right to Towns. And Towns the rebound. Bryant thought he got fouled. That would have been Towns' 4th foul.
Sometido a una defensa intensa. Mete la canasta.
Si siguen jugando en posiciones como esta, su pequeña ventaja aumentará sensiblemente. Está claro que jugando así solo pueden pasarles cosas buenas.
Right here, he's in a tough spot, I understand, but even the jostling that he's doing on this offensive end, let's watch Carter Bryant go up. No, that's the right call. That's the right no call, excuse me.
That was the push on Cornette.
And that's the one right there, RJ. He just can't make that play. You've got to stay on the foot. And that's a pretty easy. Enough there, yes. When a guy's trying to go up to grab a rebound, you shove him in the back. That's just an easy call.
Robinson fires away.
Piden que tiren antes de que se acabe la posesión. Gran defensa.
Brunson saw it coming and quickly threw the shot up. He was well behind the arc.
It's not going to count, Mike.
Well, the officials will look at it. The crew chief, Zach Zarba. It's a very cantankerous crowd here in Madison Square Garden. Robinson going across the lane. There's the foul. Shot is not up. That's going to be a foul, and the basket will not count.
Tienen el balón los Knicks. 8 puntos de diferencia.
I am selling the
Triple parecía cantado. No debe estar nada contento con ese fallo.
Everything's either going to be okay.
So you're good, baby.
FX is the bet. The final season premieres June 25th on FX Entertainment.
La clava de 3 puntos.
No sé a quién le tocaba defenderle, pero seguro que se va a ganar una buena bronca de
En ataque los Knicks.
Ricky's truck is having trouble starting, but he went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZone tests and charges his battery, all for free.
No creo que este fuera el tiro que buscaban, aunque la hayan medido.
Slow down with vanilla milk chocolate almond. Take your sweet time. That's
Vuelve a levantarse. La enchufa desde más allá del triple. Tiempo muerto en la cancha. Lo han solicitado los Spurs.
Different vibes, same
territorio por delante en el electrónico. Posición exterior para Johnson.
On ABC, Mitchell Robinson is going to shoot some free throws. You know, a lot of discussion here about the officiating as you look at Robinson's free throw numbers, and they're ugly. But with all going on with calls, and certainly the Knicks have not had a good whistle for them here in the first half, we are seeing a San Antonio Spurs team dominate, absolutely dominate.
Think about this.
We're a quarter and a half through this game. They didn't have a single turnover in the game, and that was a big part of game 3. Only 8 in that game. Talked about in the open, the guards controlling the basketball. They don't have any turnovers, so you're talking about an offense right now that is humming. They're confident, they're in rhythm, and they're not giving the Knicks anything easy because of their own carelessness.
Obviously, the activation that gave him that three-pointer for Brunson. This is another free throw.
Y convierte la bandeja.
Clarkson commits the foul. On 40, he's going to put in. So, Mitchell Robinson out. Interesting that Mitch Johnson up 25 using the Hacknage.
Well, I think it's because people say, why was such a big lead? He's thinking it's still possessions that Jalen Brunson doesn't have an opportunity to find rhythm. And I want to keep it that way. Mitch Johnson, he is not
Está muy acertado. El porcentaje de tiro es
Easy play in space for the referees to see, but we saw this in the Cleveland series. Cleveland was up big, and we're still doing it. The goal is to take off that rhythm, like you said. That's why he has to take him out. So now you're down to your third, fourth string center. That's why that hack of Mitch is still available and why it's so effective.
That's the 14th foul for the Knicks.
parecen incapaces de fallar. Y la defensa está hundida. Han sido incapaces de pararles los pies.
Brunson with the steal, pushes it out. Pass it on. Brunson stops. Bank shots go to the right hand.
Posición exterior para Johnson.
Here in the first half.
El balón es para los Knicks. 15 puntos.
Spurs team are going to keep the best. They're shooting 64%. What's inside? Never got the piece of it. Next one to push. Brunson trying to go post to post. Switches to the right hand. Mitch Johnson quickly calls timeout. He does not want to see any momentum for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's some of that rhythm we were just talking about. Nothing does that for a score. Like getting out of the open floor, getting all the way to the rim. That's a nice read by Jalen Brunson and passing lane. Love that little hesitation to prevent Castle from choking and making a play at the rim. And then one more time, open floor. You got a guy back in. Finish it.
Aprovechó la oportunidad en cuanto la vio.
No sé a quién le tocaba
They
defender,
stop
pero
working,
seguro que se va a ganar
and the
una
market
buena
stops
bronca de
working for
refuerzo.
everyone else. Why do they get to decide when you can trade?
6 segundos de diferencia
You
entre el
shouldn't
reloj de
have to wait
posesión y el del partido.
till they clock back in to make the trades you want to make.
Otra que cae para New York. Antonio con el triple de nuevo.
Buen trabajo. Estaba defendido, así que sacó el balón al perímetro. Lanzó un tiro a la desesperada que acabó entrando. Es un gran balón de oxígeno de cara al descanso.
Y hemos llegado al final de la primera mitad. Los Spurs por delante en el marcador. Ganan por 11 puntos. Regresaremos después de la pausa para seguir con la segunda parte.
Big assist got myself. Assist on?
Assist off.
Sequence.
State Farm, you can file a claim right on the app. Yeah, State Farm can only get this covered.
Did you just assist my assist?
I'm not mad at that either. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Have you ever heard the epic tale of James and Henry? Oh la la, Valperi!
We should make movies.
I believe in you. I know you'll do great. They
change the world.
Minions and Monsters.
The best movie ever.
Rated PG. Only in theaters July 1st. Get tickets now.
Popeye's $6 big box is back, y'all. Big news packed with bold Louisiana flavor. It's that juicy, crunchy, marinated chicken you love with 2 regular sides and a biscuit for only $6.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Ha llegado la época del año que más nos gusta. Estamos en dos
switching team.
You can't just switch.
Why not? Switch my whole family to Verizon. Got the best network. Woohoo! Plus iPhone 17 on them.
Lo que destaco de su primera parte, Anthony, es que no ha desaprovechado sus ocasiones. Lo ha anotado prácticamente todo. Han tenido
Celebrate the dads and grads in your life. Get iPhone 17, iPad, and Apple Watch on us. No trade-in needed. Don't wait. Offer ends June 17th.
Nachos?
Yesterday, the NBA, New York Knicks, and Emirates unveiled a new game room at the Webster Police Athletic League. Members of the NBA and Knicks family on hand to dedicate the space and engage with the youngsters. These efforts highlight the NBA's commitment to supporting the community through NBA Cares and using the power of basketball to bring people together. Well done, NBA Cares, as we're back here in the Garden. And they're the projected #1 pick. AJ Devonsa, who's a reporter, the NBA player reporter with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Nice-looking jacket. I saw him before the game. I said, you have your draft night suit ready? You bet.
Lanza un triple y convierte el triple.
Está marcando la diferencia de perímetro.
The second-year center from Germany. His first minutes here in Game 4 did not play in the first 3. Spurs, if they win the tip, they only have 7 left on the shot clock. Ball still loose. There's a couple times. Johnson picks up the center-corner three. It's good.
Y otro triple más. Los está enchufando uno detrás de otro.
San Antonio por delante en el electrónico.
You think you've got a chance at a run, and instead, because of that, you have to balance defensively. Broken play leads to another three.
Johnson shot. Comes up short. Rebound deflected. Harper comes out with the steps back. Takes the 3. Fox with the cover defensively. On the inside. It's blocked and fouled. Free throws.
6 para tirar. Lanza.
This is 2 guys working for this basketball. It's just unfortunate.
Tira desde la corona. ¡Qué suerte con el bote en el aro!
Esa asistencia vale dinero.
On the back end, and another 3, 60% from the three-point line.
Saca a la derecha.
Devin Vassell, 4 for 4 for the 3, 5 for 5 overall.
15 points in 14 minutes for Vassell. If that was on Fox, his second. Go to the NBA app for complete finals coverage, live post-game press conferences. Jalen Brunson, Victor Wembanyama. And here, Coaches Brown and Johnson's Game 4 reaction. Download the NBA app now. Or if you're wondering, the largest comeback ever in an NBA Finals game, 2008. 24 points. Celtics were down by 10.
Tiene su primera oportunidad desde la línea esta noche.
Here in the first half, Fox drills that one. Back up to 24. This is some elite shooting that the Spurs have done on one end, and just smothering defense on this end.
So they're up 24, and they're
Y el tiro libre no entra.
from the three-point line right now.
Thompson thought there was a foul. That was the whistle. Instead, it was knocked out of bounds. Still McBall, 8 to shoot.
Un pase muy bonito, justo donde debía.
Reacting to the big screen.
Segunda parte, pasados 3 minutos del tercer cuarto.
Looks it back. Turns.
¿Qué estaban pensando? Le han dejado solo. Es que no saben lo buen tirador que es.
That's a great example of these guards in San Antonio, the way they can blow up dribble handoffs. That's just effort on the part of Devin Vassell. Chasing Jalen Brunson around that screen level based on the inbounds. That was the design play.
Vaya el mate. Han perdido los Knicks.
You cannot stop him when he goes to the rim.
Bonita asistencia y finalizó a la perfección.
And the left hand is he just has the ability to navigate through that lane.
And an only nice turnover. Joe was good. And only 14 points. Just put some light into this enormous lead. There's under 4 minutes to go in the second.
Es la primera vez que va a la línea.
That's the 13th three-pointer. And the nerve, he was 1 for 8 the other night from the three-point line. It doesn't deter him. Comes out, his 2 clean looks he's gotten tonight, steps into, able to knock him down.
Spectacular shot making. Brunson tries. Brunson can't hit. Rebound taken by Bridges. Knocked out of bounds. And the Knicks will take it out.
Y enchufa el primero.
Right now, the only worry for the Spurs is, are they going to lose their edge? They're up by so much. They're dominating so much, but there's still so much to go only here in the second quarter.
Well, that's where Mitch Johnson comes in, making sure your players keep their edge. But they're down 2-1. There is no place for them
Tira
to lose
desde la
any
línea
sort
de
of
fondo
edge in
y
this
clava
game.
la suspensión.
Brunson misses. You see that all the time in the NBA. One team gets an enormous lead.
Están empeñados en mover el balón. Qué gran trabajo en equipo. Has dado con las ganas. La defensa no puede centrarse en el jugador. Tienen que cubrir.
This is a special
Su
look.
acierto en el aspecto ofensivo les ha vuelto a meter en el encuentro. Sí, han tocado una buena vestida. Dado parte del terreno perdido. Ya están al líder. Están a punto de ponerse por delante en el marcador. Estamos en un momento fundamental del partido.
Against Josh Hart, one of the more physical guard defenders, then here just hits into the paint. It doesn't matter who's in front of him. Then here, knocks it down, and Harper comes back. He actually smiles, says a couple of words to Josh Hart. But there's just so many different possessions here. Gets the ball, 360 shot off the glass. There's a reason why he was the number 2 pick in the NBA draft.
We are seeing the early stages of Dylan Hart. How about that backcourt for the next 10 years?
And the thing that makes them special is the fact they can share all of this ball handling responsibility, which when you play in the finals and there's so much more pressure on you, it's so that load, it makes them multi-dimensional.
And there's five-ring runner Ron Harper, his dad. Lakes, New Jersey. It's about a 20-30 minute drive. Dylan Harper talked about when he was a kid, was playing in the NBA. He played a lot of Knicks games. Came to a bunch of Knicks playoff games as a fan. Brunson's going to take another free throw.
Es demasiado bueno con ese cambio de dirección.
You talk about tough.
Le han hecho falta durante el tiro. Oportunidad de jugada de 3 puntos. Bien hecho, canasta fácil. Es la segunda vez que acude a la línea de personal.
Brunson misses the second. Young had a good rest. Grabs that rebound. 4 different players in double figures for the Spurs. Harper again attacks, kicks it out. Castle 3-pointer. Can't get it. Knocked it off the head of Anunoby. Vassell able to save it though.
Y no entra.
Wembanyama. Now fires away. Can't hit that three.
Tiene un gran olfato para los rebotes. Está siendo el mejor en este aspecto.
It's going to go against
Me encanta lo
Castle.
bien que está trabajando los tableros en este partido.
Castle has 3 personals.
Los triples llegan uno detrás de otro.
For the second straight game, the Spurs have completely taken the life out of the fans here in the building.
That should be your goal. The Garden, when this place gets rocking, it is a very, very tough place to play.
Se mueve con
But that's
tanta
also
facilidad
why
en la zona que a veces
opposing teams and
olvidamos
opposing
la fuerza
players
que tiene.
love to come here and put their mark here because it's one of the most spectacular places that you can play.
Howdy, fellas.
Hey, Ted. We got the game. Got the game? Now where's the rest of the team? You guys salute that night? I'm a run over here.
Show me some socks.
And I found you buried.
When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
It's amazing how quiet the crowd is. Mark missed it, but gets his own rebound. He's missing free throws. Brunson tries a three-pointer. Gets down to go. Trying to chill and try to let's go Knicks. Can't go to anything to get their team going. The Warriors going to bludgeon them here in the first half.
They still haven't solved this end of the floor. This has been a problem for the Knicks. Keeping the ball in the game. Staying connected, getting the shooters.
Champagne's getting hit. Brunson the rebound. 13 threes for the first half. That ties an NBA Finals record. Nobody shut off. Pass deflected. Vassell has it. Throws it away. We'll change the possessions on new 24. Nice hesitation. Brunson foul. Shot no good. The free throws. Crowd right now cheering anything positive just to get their team going.
Well, we've seen this Knicks team. They were down 22 points with 7 minutes to go against Cleveland in the last round. So this is a team that believes that they can make a comeback. They did it here in the Garden. They put together a strength. So this Knicks team is not going to continue to run.
Un pase arriesgado y tienen la suerte de conservar la posesión.
Another missed free throw. They've now missed 8 free throws. 14
No consiguen sacar y les piden una infracción por
just Mitchell Robinson. He missed half of them. It was 0 for 4.
Right now, your goal here, minute 45. Anything. You can get this under 20. Just get it into the team's deficit. That is your goal to try to close out this game.
Y entra, anota el tiro e irá a la línea de personal. Puso el balón. Primera vez que acude a la línea de personal esta noche.
Drives down, throws it up. He tips it to himself and banks it in with one hand.
The best hand. Like, it's Jokic, in my opinion, and then Wemby. To tip it to himself with such grace as Brunson knocks down a pull-up. To tip it to yourself with one hand, away from the defender, and then back up to the next touch. That's different.
You got this small line over here. This one has a it's a foul.
Preciosa bandeja, aro pasado.
Claro que sabe moverse en las cercanías de la canasta. Ha hecho parecer fácil esa canasta, aro pasado.
6 of 7 from the field. Nobody drives on Wemby. Pulls back in.
Y el triple entra.
Me parece que alguien se ha dormido en defensa. A este jugador no se le puede dejar solo en la línea de 3.
Consigue otra.
Con esa van 15 asistencias.
Lleva todo el partido un paso por delante.
Brunson's floor comes up short.
Le ofrece un bloqueo. Un triple.
It's risky because if you set the speed and Wemby dies, you have to send multiple bodies to the lane to protect. That can leave a shooter open.
Seguro que él mismo reconoce que debería haber anotado ese tiro.
61% from the field. Fox comes up short. That will end the first half. The San Antonio Spurs put on a clinic at both ends of the floor. One of the most dominant finals first halves you'll ever see. It's 76 to 49. They shoot 60% from the field, 14 threes, and 54%. The crowd is stunned. The Knicks are stunned. And the Spurs looking to even up these NBA Finals.
Y las pérdidas de Valencia.
Coming in, presented by Kia. And here they go. Kenny, Shaq, Charles, Draymond Green. Game 4 of the Finals. All San Antonio here in the first half. A complete domination, 76-49 after 2.
El balón le llega a Bridges. Dentro. Otro triple.
Menuda exhibición de tiro. Se está dejando todos boquiabiertos. Igual a Clay Thompson individual.
You deserve a break from all the crowds. Give yourself a bit more space. Lots of it. On the porch of a villa, surrounded by like 7,000 birds are singing their little hearts out. Go on, book them trip. It's
No anota el triple.
La defensa dejó mucho que desear, pero no estuvo fino con el tiro.
Espero que solo haya sido un error defensivo.
The place you call home is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. Home is where you make all your best memories. Backyard campouts, early morning coffees. Oh, left.
Es la segunda personal para él. El entrenador de San Antonio pide un tiempo muerto.
Because it's not just the home we protect, it's all the memories you make there. Nice work, you two. Come on, buddy. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Fit everyone in with iPhone 17 Pro. And stay connected with AT&T. Get iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in. Thank you. Please be right there.
Collect one of 9 legendary cups with the FIFA World Cup meal.
Ambos equipos cambian el quinteto.
Saved by the bellboy.
Superior light beer.
Because sometimes we feel guilty. Give more love than humanly possible. When you feed a Hill's scientifically proven formula. Because you're only human, there's Hill's.
This summer, watch the greatest stories. I believe in you. The biggest action.
El triple entra.
La defensa debería prestar más atención a este jugador.
And the Stanley Cup Final. Live with the Disney Plus Hulu and ESPN.
Juega el triple.
Play your game,
Para los Spurs.
Let's go. Trust your teammates. Trust the process.
Y anota la bandeja a tablero.
FX is the bear. The final season premieres June 25th on
La
FX and
ventaja es
Hulu.
contundente.
No les va a resultar fácil remontar, pero
Otra
When's the viewing party? Phoenix Bank Center in San Antonio, where they have brought their Spurs come to Madison Square Garden. And in the process of taking his 3-4 Manchester halftime score here in Game 4. 76-49. NBA halftime
Y
is
entra a
presented by
canasta
Kia
aprovechando la asistencia.
The Jet Smith and Charles Barkley. Chuck, it's not often that we see a play that happened a minute and 5 seconds into a game determine the outcome of the game. For all intents and purposes, it has. Yeah, that play changed the entire dynamic of the first half. You know, it's interesting too because they kind of got it right and wrong because they called it late. They should, because he didn't into the play. Now this is just so
6 segundos de diferencia entre el reloj de posesión y el del partido.
Just under 60% halftime highlight presented by Kia. You take a look at the lead that the Spurs have here. Approaching one of the biggest in the history of the NBA Finals. Celtics, Lakers, 30 and 28. The Spurs have opened 47. If the Knicks were to come back and win this game, it would be the largest comeback in NBA Finals history. I just want to go right down the line with you three right now. On the San Antonio side, Kenny starting with Steph on Cass. Well, it's interesting that Wu-Tang, one of my favorite groups, is playing right now. Inspector Deck has one of my favorite songs, and he started it off. He set the tone of it. I bomb atomically, Socrates philosophies. That's who Stephon Castle is. He set the tone tonight in one of the greatest performances for the San Antonio Spurs. So what he did, if you watch on the offensive end, he says it's early in the game. I'm not taking a tough three. I'm going to get into my spot. I'm going to be physical, and I'm going to score. But more importantly, no, I scored. Uh-oh, where's my guy? Pick him up, 94 feet. Make him work. Turn. And then all of a sudden, get back into the play. You switch off on me. Now when we get the switch, you know what? You get the same medicine over here. You get it too. We're going to over here. Defensively, he set the tone. Last one of defense, rebound. This young man set the tone of the game. He was expected dead. He bombed atomically tonight. All the way, people don't know expected that. He's a member of the Wu-Tang.
Tiro desde la derecha del poste alto.
Ghostface Killer. Okay, what you got?
Controla el rebote y convierte la canasta.
You know, Kenny just said the word, setting the tone. Roll tech, look right here. You know, he can shoot this three, but he said, no, I got a weak defender. I'm going to just take it. Big man, I worked out with Akeem Olajuwon this summer. They come out through it right here. Dance. Oh, you guys are well double right there. I think that's a trouble, but in this new era, it's not. Yeah, so it looks good. And right here, go to the hole, boom. He tells him away to the court. I'm in your head. I'm in your head. You can't guard me. Thank you, Fritz.
Well, it's important that you play fast, and San Antonio's doing that. They're getting down the floor, and the guards are playing great. You see right here, Wemby's going to rim run. We always talk about his gravity.
Para tomar el mando. Canasta de tres.
Tiene buena pinta y está anotando con consistencia desde el perímetro. Está tirando muy bien. Esto da una ventaja.
Tiempo muerto en la cancha.
Trying to make someone quit. You can't let this guy run past you. Main basket lob. They're playing fast. It's great guard play. It's the reason why San Antonio.
Cash rules everything around. Get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Cash rules everything around. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm all in. That's it. 14 for 26 from three, by the way, for San Antonio. Most threes in a finals half. That's a record tonight. Yeah, it's gotten out of control, has it not? Yes, it has. 76-49. This is the highlight of New York Knicks right here. Protect your neck. Oh, okay, Ernie. Protect your neck.
How we're made determines how far we go. So for those who are strong, those who are powerful, those who aren't afraid to push their limits, the world of greater awaits. Greater journeys, greater experiences, greater memories. The first ever Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid is ready.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Ya han pasado unos 2 minutos de este último cuarto. Dentro. Séptima canasta en 14 intentos. Adentro. Foul. Lo atrapa Barnes. San Antonio manda en el marcador. Otra vez Barnes.
It's your big fees. Not shy. You bet fee free and build your credit.
Ese gran bloqueo le ha permitido acabar la jugada en el aro.
tastes
3
good,
minutos y medio del
but
último
that
cuarto.
post-double shift,
¡Encesta!
that yard work's done, Madama. Or that finally off your feet, Madama. The one you earned is just better. That,
No
Madama,
anota de
is the
3.
mark of a fighter.
Y aquí tenemos a San Antonio.
Holmes, show me a two-bedroom in Astoria with in-unit laundry.
Sure. Here are 9 options with in-unit washer and dryer.
Cubierto por Fox. Down en el exterior. Anota el triple. Vaya, en este último cuarto están acercadísimos desde la línea de 3
All you have to do is ask.
Welcome back. How can I help?
Only on Homes.com.
The next era of ballroom starts right here on Dancing with the Stars, the Dance Tribe.
This is not for sure.
12 of the best dancers from across the globe are about to join me for the audition of a lifetime.
It was 100% the wrong choice. Welcome to the dance industry. Dancing with the Stars, the next pro, July 13th on ABC and stream next day on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Live from the NBA Finals, NBA Halftime is presented by
No alcanza el objetivo desde fuera. Vale la canasta y le hacen falta en el tiro. Dispondrá de un tiro libre. Los dos equipos van a hacer cambios.
She's a little too friendly. A little too friendly. I just became the coolest grandpa in the history of the world. My grandkids are so excited, and so is my daughter. No. So is my
Tiro libre no entra. Enchufa el tiro rápido. El partido se va a definir en el último momento.
She's good looking, but she's no Cheryl Ann. I was just about to say that, Cheryl Ann. What's her name again? Her daughter's coming up. Who's the Cheryl Ann you speak of?
Es evidente que el partido ha ganado en intensidad en esta segunda parte. Ambos equipos han salido con mucha energía.
En el exterior. Desde más allá de la línea. En el exterior.
Movement that inspires. There's
Encesta
no
desde
place
6
like home.
metros.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. At NYU Langone Health, we get our surgery patients home sooner than any other health system. At NYU Langone Health, a single electronic health record gives you access to all of your doctors, lab results, images, prescriptions, and visits.
Entra después de un bote favorable en la parte posterior del aro.
La asistencia ha sido perfecta.
Y aquí tenemos a New York. Pierden por 1. Otro tiro. La canasta vale y hay falta.
Encontró un hueco hasta el aro y se hizo con el rebote para anotar.
Ambos equipos harán
Let's put
cambio.
good times
Y
in
no
gear.
entra.
We've got power tailgates to power game days. And a trailer backup guy. That's the champion brand. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trends. Lease on one Tacoma with 0 down and first month's payment $399 with signing. Find yours at Toyota.com. Let's go places.
Want pastrami, extra mites? Mustard is amazing.
Do you know what's even more amazing than Mike's amazing? You. No, you.
Oh, someone has some musty on their lip.
Robinson por la izquierda.
Spicy. Remember when that was us? Still could be. We something still spicy.
Look at this guy. Charge my phone. Hey, can I get the password for the Wi-Fi?
Rebote fuerte en el aro antes de entrar.
Loaded with features for everyone. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra. Right now, lease a Hyundai Elantra SE for $119 a month, or get 2,000 customer cash. Hurry in.
Eyewitness News. More stories from more places. Weeknights at 11.
Posición exterior para Johnson.
Vaya, vaya, a muchos les gustaría llevar tantos puntos como rebotes ha capturado hoy. De hecho, doble.
The Knicks getting blown out in the first half. 27-point lead. They trail last night was 29. And there's still a half to go. A stunning performance from the San Antonio Spurs and an equally stunning performance from the New York Knicks at the other end of the spectrum. Time to check out who's putting the work brought to you by Microsoft 365 with Copilot. Three-pointers, most in any half in finals history. And just a complete domination. All right, guys, let's start with positive. Extraordinary what San Antonio just did. Legs, what's the thing that impressed you the most?
I just think the fact that they spread the ball around the way that they did, they made every right read. Now, I think too many of those threes were not under duress. The effort level for the Knicks has to pick up to contest those shots. There's no doubt. That's an elite shooting performance.
All right, Richard, how about for the Knicks in terms of what's in their head? What do they need to accomplish here in the second half?
Well, they've got to get their line on Carl Anthony Towns with 2 fouls. We've seen a flagrant foul from Mitchell Robinson. They've got to get their mind into this game as much as they do their body.
And he misses Hart, couldn't quite grab it. Hart shaking his wrist as he comes up. It was magnificent shooting from the Spurs and smothering defense. Vassell couldn't miss. That was in the first half. Missing was 5 for 5, including all 4 threes before that miss as we go to Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, Mike Brown agreed with Tim Legler. He said, yes, the Spurs are shooting the heck out of the ball. He said, but they're shooting well because we're allowing the ball to get to the paint. We've got to do a better job of hitting first, have a higher point confrontation. And then he said, do a better job of hitting the ball so they don't give up the three.
All right, Lisa. Anunoby's got 17 points. He has shot the ball well. 3 5 from 3.
Gran pase interior al poste bajo.
Curtis as he falls down. Anunoby goes inside. Stripped by Champagny. Vassell saves it. Good hustle from Vassell.
That's a great way to get back on the defensive end by San Antonio Spurs.
El triple no va a ser exitoso. Esta vez no castigó la mala defensa, pero seguro que no para ni se acaba el tiempo y el equipo que está ganando ha estado tan igualado que es una pena que se acabe.
¿Quién sabe? A lo mejor hace falta la prórroga. Es uno de esos partidos en los que se necesitan
El balón sale de la pista, pero los Knicks conservan la posesión.
Se arriesgó e intentó cortar el pase. No pudo controlar el balón, pero sigue siendo una buena acción defensiva.
It's going to be his 4th foul.
La defensa tiene que estar ante el exterior.
We've seen Brunson do this all season. Number 1 in the league in taking charges. And there was a little extra there.
La defensa ha tardado demasiado en reaccionar.
Fullback and a running back. That just goes straight through. But, Castle plays with the force, and sometimes it's just figuring out when to do it. Brunson's one of those guys you got to be careful with.
Well, as we said earlier in the series, the Spurs, they clinched their first NBA title on this floor back in 1999. Since the last time the Knicks were in the finals. Game 5 was the clincher. The final score of that game was 78-77. Spurs with 79 points in this one. 22 minutes to go.
No sé si cree que puede superar esta mala racha mirando, pero las cosas no le salen. Olvídate y prueba otra cosa.
Gets that switch. He's got to find a way to roll to that post
flagrant 2. But that's more him moving his arm. That's kind of a normal motion. Yeah.
That's a normal basketball.
It's still going to be a flagrant.
Yeah, no intent there. I think that's the right call.
Yeah, he's trying to basically swim through with his arm to get that positioning behind him.
Now, there's probably not a Knicks fan out there who doesn't think it was intentional.
It's going to be a flagrant one, I would guess.
Yeah. Zach Zarba, James Williams, Courtney Kirkland, the officiating crew. And about a lot of eventful things go on so far here in Game 4.
Well, and this is one of those moments here where if they would have upgraded the flagrant to Jalen Brunson, if this is a potential flagrant foul, people have to understand the flagrant foul suspension is accumulation of the postseason. You get 1 in the first round, 2 in the second round. Now all of a sudden you start to face a potential suspension. So that's where these flagrant fouls and the adding up of the number actually matters.
Zarba on the right, Williams on the left. Yeah, there's Courtney Kirkland. So in Game 3, the Spurs stopped the second longest winning streak in NBA playoff history. Knicks had won 13 in a row. And the game went down to the final minutes. And this one, right from the get-go, for the 4th straight game, Spurs came out and controlled the first quarter.
4 segundos de diferencia entre el reloj de posesión y el del partido.
We always talk about how in NBA fourth quarter you got to make the big plays, but so often the first quarter sets the tone.
It sets the tone. It can put you on your heels, or it can give you that advantage and really set the pace for what you're trying to accomplish. We heard Mike Brown in that sound saying, we've got to come out and get off to a good start. And they did the complete opposite of that tonight.
And the other thing is, RJ, we've both seen it how many times in this building, like the difference that this crowd can make. This place gets rocked unlike most.
After review, it's been deemed the elbow of Wembanyama makes unnecessary contact to the chin of Towns. This rises to the level of the flagrant foul penalty 1.
So 2 free throws and possession. Of course, earlier in the second round, Wembanyama was ejected. Flagrant foul penalty 2. So the interesting thing here, there's the interesting thing here with this flagrant warning, he now has 3 flagrant points for the playoffs. On the 4th, you get suspended.
Wow, this could have been one right here. Should have been, in RJ, my opinion. If you add that up with what just happened right there, there's your 4 points. That's why these are so big when they're reviewed.
Well, and that's one of the spots where it's like there's so much conversation. Should that be upgraded to a flagrant one? Well, if that was upgraded, then that possession right there becomes even more crucial.
So again, Pat Towns is up to say, sorry about that. It's not intentional. Knicks with just 53 points. Again, the turnovers 10-3. Knicks with the 10. Spurs with the 3.
The impressive thing about the Spurs offensively in this game, it's not like you can just go and focus on one guy that you're going to try to deal with because he got loose and come up with a scheme. It's so spread out. 7 different guys have hit a 3 already in this game. 3 of them have hit 3 or more.
And legs on the other side of the floor, they not only have a number of excellent individual defenders, their team defense. There's sometimes it feels like there's 6 Spurs on the floor defensively. Brunson comes off the screen, can't hit it. Rebound deflected. Wembanyama with his 7th point. Fox pulls up.
Hacen una falta intencionada, necesitan recuperar el balón cuanto antes.
Calvin Johnson goes along. Johnson gets it back shot. Just the game. That's where Johnson does best. He has not had a great playoff series. Out and up here.
Anota el primer tiro libre. Se colocan 2 arriba.
The rebound off the Champagne miss.
And right now, Mike Brown doesn't find those quick threes by the Spurs. Even if they go in, you want to speed this game up to give
La
your team
diferencia es de 3 puntos. Sí, señor. Hay que aprovechar al máximo los tiros libres. Ganan por 3. Clava el triple. Se acabó el tiempo. Tendremos una prórroga. Regresaremos en unos instantes.
That's the thing for the Knicks here. If they want to try to cut into this deficit and make this game at all interesting down the stretch. Nice patience by Josh Hart to wait for that trailer. And then Jalen Brunson has not had a lot of space. Knocks one down.
The NBA Finals are brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express and Burger King. You rule.
For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. One that lands you in the quiet comfort of the largest global airport lounge network and lets you savor every bite with dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants. A card that unlocks unique experiences worldwide. For a night you'll talk about forever. There's nothing like Platinum, official payments partner of the NBA.
There was a time when Burger King was king. Somewhere we just fell off. We called out our restaurant, service, and mistakes. Oh, and this guy. We needed to be better. And I've known. I'm Tom, the president. So we fired the king and crowned you. We invested in our restaurant, team, and Whopper at a time. Because there's a new king, and it's you.
Just a clean. In and out. Easy peasy. Impact with tooth over here. I don't know if you can see it, but...
Let's just sit quietly and wait for our call.
Gotcha. I'm what they call a grinder. Yeah.
Progressive can't save you from becoming embarrassed, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
I have abnormally large tonsils.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water.
Get tickets now.
Pitan falta en el lanzamiento, conceden 2 tiros libres por el contacto.
July 17th, rated R. This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Let's check out who's pressure tested, brought to you by Nissan. If there's a team that could come back from a huge deficit in the playoff game, the Knicks have done it. They did it twice last year.
Y se ponen por delante, ya que anota el tiro libre.
On the road, and earlier this year, game 1 against the Cavs in the conference finals, they were down 22 with 7.5 to go in the fourth. It was one of the great comebacks in NBA playoff history. Right now, though, they're playing a team that is playing spectacular basketball. Fox lobs it over to Harper. Harper can't hit the three, Towns the rebound. As you said,
Encesta ambos.
what you want to do is just chip away.
Ya le hemos robado en torno al minuto y medio a esta prórroga.
Jugadores como él nunca puedes dejarle solo. Ni un instante.
El balón le llega a Pitcher. Consigue otra. Acaba de igualar la marca del jugador con más asistencias en la temporada de la historia. Realmente.
Knicks will take it out from
Pero no está produciendo demasiado. Probablemente para tirar. El tiro de tres no alcanza el objetivo. Y el tiro libre no entra. Dentro, vale la canasta. Qué partido tan emocionante. Llevamos 3 minutos de la prórroga.
Puede que le haya extrañado encontrarse con tantos pases, pero eso ha fallado.
Se juega el triple. Desde 3 metros y pico. Suelta el triple.
El defensor estaba encima de él. No pudo librarse de su marcaje.
Falla el tiro triple. Va por los 3.
Will come in for San Antonio. Charlotte, now around for the Knicks.
RJ, right now, San Antonio has to remember, I know they have a special night shooting the three, but that's all they're getting here right now in the third quarter. There are more dimensions to their
Prueba
offense
desde más de
that
4
they're not
metros.
getting to.
No va a
Three-point
entrar.
shooting is fickle. It can leave you at any time.
Y otro empate más. Tenemos una segunda prórroga. Volveremos en unos momentos.
Coming out. Now you're 1 for 7. Wimby's coming out of the game. Knicks are on a run. They've got to open up their offense to a few more things.
Barnett checks in. Tries a three. Hits a three. Suddenly it's come to 16. That's 13 straight points.
And you're going to have 3 or 4 minutes right now with Wemby on the bench. It's going to give the Knicks more opportunities for weak side cutting and attacking off the dribble.
Speaking of attacking, Harper. Hart right there to take it away. Hart brings it up. Shot it. Corner three. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Ball deflected out.
Menuda avalancha.
It's going to stay down just under the floor. It will go against San Antonio.
Esta vez no consigue anotar New York. Van ganando los Spurs.
3 fouls. 2 team fouls now on the Spurs.
But even for the Knicks, yes, you're down. Don't fall in love with the three-ball. You're shooting the ball well. But you don't think it's enough if Wimby's not there. This is not the time to fall in love with the three-ball shot when Wimby's out there. I didn't see Kirk Herbstreit here. I really want to get rid of him.
Here's a double team. Shot clock running down. Navarro fires up a three. Rebound goes to the side.
What we just said, don't fall in love with that three, especially with Wimby out the game.
Back to Champagne. Russell hesitated on the three. Now goes right inside. Pulls up. Jumper. Nice shot for the foul.
Foul. Araro.
Hart is only mildly objecting, which means that he will.
But NBA standards, I'm not even sure that's mildly objecting right there. He knew it. He didn't really react at all. Yeah, right there. Does not allow him to extend
these NBA Finals at 2.
Mike, I said 3 to 4 minutes until Wemby came back in the game. I was off by about 2.5. 58 seconds later, that's about enough to go get a drop. And then you're back in the game. But I think Mitch Johnson understands the significance of this moment right now.
Dos puntos fáciles con la bandeja. Es un placer ver a este jugador en ataque, salvo que te toque defenderlo, claro.
El entrenador de New York pide un tiempo muerto.
Harper off the bounce. Harper with the right hand. He draws the foul. So Josh Hart or Towns. Towns picks up the foul. That's 4 on Towns.
But after you said it, Legs, their attack and then driving out for threes. Don't get three-point happy. Dylan Harper, what does he do? Goes downhill, gets 2 free. So this is how you settle your team when another team is making a run.
More than likely, that's what Mitch Johnson told him when he called that timeout.
Oh, don't give Legs too much credit. Don't give him too much credit. I supported him in that.
You have a hard time.
Yeah, a very hard time.
Your voice of love.
1,000% you're correct.
I know that's not true.
So Harper another free throw. Mitchell Robinson will come in. Anunoby back in. Towns will sit down with the 4 fouls. Tell you how great Dylan Harper is playing right now. Karl Anthony Towns the other day when asked about the rookie, he said, all right, I'm going to put my basketball fan hat on. That Dylan Harper dude is so good.
Yeah, he's going to be good. You mentioned it. That backcourt of Harper and Castle, we're going to see for the next decade in the San Antonio Spurs uniform if it's done right.
Harper, by the way, had a big-time finals run. He said he's walking out to the court before Game 3, and he walked right past Jay-Z.
Do you know who that is, Legs?
I do know who that is. I do. Just check it. We always say, who's the most famous person in the building? Jay-Z is usually the answer. I'm not sure, though, about tonight.
And Brunson drew the foul, counted and one.
Les van a quitar tiempo.
Brunson felt the contact, the chance for a 3-point play. Brunson now at 24. Knicks trying to fight back.
And again, Wemby trying to get back to Mitchell Robinson. Opens up that front space. Dylan Harper still trying to get back. Trying to get back in front of Brunson. Feels the contact. Throws it up. He was locked in the hole.
3 fouls off.
Así se hace. Gran movimiento de balón.
25 for Brunson.
Esto es lo que se espera de él, insisto. Siempre rinde en los momentos de máxima presión. Cuando se están disputando el partido. Tuvieron 15 puntos de ventaja.
Again, attacks, turns, shoots, scores.
Al lado derecho.
You don't see too many 20-year-olds being able to slow the game down the way he does. And he's got everything now working because he's also making deep shots.
El triple parecía cantado. No debe estar nada contento con ese fallo. No me esperaba ese fallo. Es letal desde esa posición.
He maintains his balance. He knows exactly the shot he wants to get. He's not going to take that too deep. Where now Mitchell Robinson affects it. He knew what he wanted, and then he slowed down coming out of that spin to find his target.
Se están descuidando demasiado.
Steps back, jump shot. 2 minutes ago, Brunson with a hot shot in the third quarter. Spurs still at 17 as we approach the end of the try.
And we still feel pressure in the fourth. You need some steps here to close out the third quarter.
¡Anota! Muy bonito. Buen movimiento para preparar la suspensión.
Put themselves too far behind.
Jalen Brunson starting to get his rhythm. Stepping back, knocking down 2 of his 27. Middle of the third.
If you restore the heart, you beat everyone's hero.
Un espacio de sobra. ¡Sí! Bonita asistencia y finalizó a la perfección.
No hay margen de error. Tienen que estar perfectos a partir de ahora.
Tira de 3. Entra. Y con esa canasta los acerca a 1. No hay mejor momento para los triples que en una prórroga. Está anotando de 3 una y otra vez.
specialized sauce for free when you order Parmesan stuffed crust.
It's the perfect moment. It's the perfect moment to attack.
But that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or they traveled all day to surprise a wife, Modelo. The one you earned is just that. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
Primero entra. Puesto 4 arriba. Charlie. Bien, cesta. La diferencia es de 5 puntos.
Nada, no ha fallado. Ha anotado sus tiros libres con tranquilidad. Y ahora están a 2 posesiones mínimo.
Let's go home. Charlie, stop. Charlie, what are you doing?
Este tiempo muerto le sirve para conseguir una canasta rápida. El partido no se habrá acabado. Pero no controlan su destino. Si los rivales anotan sus tiros libres, perderán de todas maneras.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Because sometimes we feel guilty. Give more love than humanly possible. When you feed a Hill scientifically proven formula. Because you're only human, there's Hills.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes peak luxury. They may even go their head.
Excuse me, what makes this house red?
Pat? Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lutz boxes.
The Evergreen's family vacation started with Expedia, the one place you go to go places. When hockey season ended, summer started. Dad knew his crew didn't need much, but they did need peace and quiet. And lots of space. So they planned their flights, car, and vacation home all in one place. Great, right? Nice job, Dad. Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
Saber por qué lado se va a decantar el partido. Es un auténtico toma y daca. Pases de estos le hemos visto a montones. Creo que se precipitó por la mecánica para lanzar antes de que llegara el descontrol. Se coloca para el bloqueo. La mete desde su casa. El equipo tiene crítico positivo. Se pueden aplicar muchos a este jugador. No le dio suficiente fuerza. Es un mal fallo. Debió haber aprovechado el error de la defensa. No encesta el triple. Tienen el balón los Knicks. Llegar a esta altura de parece que alguien se ha dormido en defensa. A este jugador no se le puede dejar solo en la línea. No consiguen sacar y les pitan una infracción por cargar 5 segundos.
The Spurs have gone cold.
Ya ha pasado 1 minuto y medio del primer cuarto. Van a perder el balón, les pitan 8 segundos.
On a side out. Legs, you got to be able to make that pass. You got 2 on the ball. Wemby lifted, so somebody's open. This is now, that's just a pass that you've got to be able to make. Because that's the one advantage that you're going to have against the Spurs team.
Falla desde el exterior. Sí, a la media vuelta. La asistencia ha sido perfecta. La defensa ha tardado demasiado en reaccionar. Un diferencial de 5 puntos. Convierte el triple. Y ahí les envían un mensaje en forma de triple. Y el mensaje dice que no van a bajar el ritmo. Ellos también saben anotar. Está logrando encontrar a hombres desmarcados en casi todas las jugadas. Eso parece fuerte. Hoy está dirigiendo al grande. San Antonio atrapa el rebote. No es habitual verle fallar esa bandeja.
San Antonio, they had 2 turnovers the entire first half. They have 4 here in the third.
They rarely are that careless with the basketball.
Tiros como ese no suele fallarlos. Esta vez ha tenido mala suerte.
La botó.
This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Operation Pizza is a go. Ready, throw.
What? 3 new Toy Story 5 personal pizzas from Papa John's. Order 2 or more for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Nice work. That's how you make a pizza.
See Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. Only in theaters June 19th. Rated PG.
The whole company's going. Let's roll.
Y aquí llega el contraataque.
La única duda era cómo iban a anotar la canasta. Y creo que tomaron la mejor decisión posible.
Introducing Storm, a new kind of energy. Good energy in. Good energy out.
Enchufa de 3 puntos.
Everyone sees the dream.
San Antonio por delante en el electrónico.
There's racing spirit inside every undefeated. Built with exceptional horsepower. And smooth from the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker in America. Fun to drive, high power, from Honda.
Otro triple de los Knicks. Se ha puesto las pilas con los triples.
Introducing Storm, a new kind of energy. Good energy in. Good energy out.
Marra suspensión desde la línea de tiros libre. Con la bomba.
This matchup is sponsored locally by Storm. Energy for life.
Parece que han comenzado
Let's take
con
a look at
muchas
who's
ganas.
rolling the
Al menos en el aspecto ofensivo.
So the impact is undeniable. The versatility as well. This guy, see that kind of agility and a guy this size, you know about the deep shooting range. And in this one right here, Rosier knows he thinks he's got plenty of space. Cubriendo Wembanyama, an impact on both
Así se remata un contraataque machacando con fuerza. Tiempo muerto en la cancha. Lo han solicitado los Knicks.
This isn't it. It's time for food that fuels you. For things like post-workouts, Ice Star, those final stretches, win streaks, epic flexes, and epic seasons. It's time for real food. It's time for Chipotle.
June 26th. Prepare to laugh until it hurts. One last time. Get tickets now. Only in theaters June 26th.
Y encesta desde más de 6 metros.
Así se ejecutan las jugadas de saque. Buen tiro.
Tienen el balón los Knicks. Van perdiendo por 5. Cierto por poco. Benson falla.
Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. Miami still a 15-point game, but one is starting to go right.
Y aquí tenemos a New York.
You said you wanted it to 17 to start the fourth. It's now 15, so what has to happen next?
We got to keep playing defense all the way around. We got to do it physically without fouling. Friday. Only in theaters Friday.
Tienen el balón los Knicks. 11 puntos de diferencia.
Jugadores como él nunca puedes dejarlos solos. Ni un instante.
No incesta el triple.
Creo que esa podría haberla metido.
El defensor hizo justo lo que necesitaba para impedir el pase.
Pero lo recuperan.
Introducing a revolutionary new tiny phone. So clean, it disappears.
Lanza de 3. La mete para abajo Robinson.
You're a visionary.
Al centro.
When amazing happens, you see it first. You inspire us to chase a higher standard. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that's never short of amazing.
Marcador desfavorable para New York. Se levanta desde la corona. Se levanta otra vez. El triple no alcanza el objetivo.
Cuesta creer que no haya enchufado ese triple. No había ningún defensor cerca.
Por la derecha. Richard en el exterior. El tiro de 3 no alcanza el objetivo. Y San Antonio tiene la posesión. Van ganando por 7. Otra vez Barnes.
No pain, no gain, no thanks. Real strength isn't taking pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Lipogen's target pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong
El
relief.
final ha sido bueno, pero la
That's real
posesión no
strength.
tanto.
Popeye's $6 big box is back, y'all. Big news, Pat. Home Louisiana flavor. It's that juicy, crunchy, marinated chicken you love with 2 regular sides and a biscuit for only $6.
I'm gonna let you in on something. There's a store that's actually a club. With prices so good, you'll feel like a legend. Oh. Nice one, Alex. The value runs deep here. The community runs deeper. Come join us.
Desde casi 4 metros. 6 de 10 con esa
Challenge successful.
bien. El balón es para los Knicks. Pierden por 7.
Get the ball. Still down 15 here in the opening minute of the fourth quarter. The monotonous team. We talked about this in the first half.
Anota pese al contacto. Quitan la falta y va a la línea de personal.
Es evidente que hoy tiene la muñeca muy fina.
Tiene su primera oportunidad desde la línea esta noche.
Y no entra.
Juegan los Knicks. Remata. Anota tras el rebote ofensivo.
Estaba perfectamente colocado para hacerse con
is in. And McBride will sit. McBride, who's been shooting three-pointers well most of the playoffs, 0 for 4 tonight. Free throws, the total. Knicks have 26. This will be number 12 for San Antonio.
A veces basta con no cometer errores, cosa que han hecho en el cuarto.
With Anunoby and Brunson combining for 52.
Pierden por 7. Entra desde larga distancia.
Si le dejas tanto espacio, va a anotar todos los viajes.
Con el tiro hacia atrás. Y otra canasta para San Antonio.
Se ha adornado demasiado con esa suspensión hacia atrás.
Roba ese balón Johnson. La ha rozado. Y ya se ha jugado el primer minuto del segundo cuarto. Dispara desde el ala. Tendremos ese Robinson con la bola.
Second team foul, first on shot.
No acierta con el triple.
Towns will come back in. Castle returns.
Muy presionado. Y entra.
Una gran finalización. La defensa ha sido demasiado permisiva.
Y New York tiene la posesión. 8 puntos de diferencia. Segundo cuarto. Ya ha pasado el minuto y medio de juego. Le han hecho una falta muy dura y dispondrá de 2 tiros libres. Primera vez que acude a la línea de personal en este partido. No entra el tiro libre. Los dos equipos van a hacer cambios. Convierte el segundo desde la línea. No consiguen sacar y les piten una infracción por tardar 5 segundos.
And in this league, they talk so much about that second jump.